Ed Gonzalez, Harris County Sheriff. To my right, Captain Smith. She's a captain over this district, District 4, as well as Sergeant Gonzalez to my left. He was one of the primary sergeants out here. But the latest update is that, unfortunately, the 3-year-old child has been pronounced deceased at the hospital. Not the outcome we had hoped for. We were hoping that the child would be able to recover from the injuries sustained, but that was not to be. So again, tragic outcome. We've seen it far too often where a child succumbs to violence or, death with a handgun. It's the second leading cause of death in America for children is firearms being involved. So again, a very tragic situation. Esta tarde recibimos la noticia que el pequeño de 3 años no pudo sobrevivir su herida, falleció en el hospital. Nuestras oraciones están con toda la familia. Entonces estamos investigando. Vamos a estar aquí por un tiempo más y esperamos saber más de exactamente lo que pasó. We're still trying to piece together exactly what happened. Again, just to recap a little bit, there were 2 adults in the house with several other children. Not exactly sure how many were actual siblings and how many others were belonging to other parents. So we're trying to figure that out right now. A weapon has been recovered inside the residence. We don't know at this point if one of the other children was playing with the gun, if the child gained access to the gun, or if an adult had anything to do with it. So we don't make any assumptions exactly as to what happened, but for now it does appear that either the child shot himself accidentally or somebody else handling a weapon or some kind. Those are the 2 assumptions we are working through. We just don't know who or how it happened. That's all part of the broader investigation. Sí, encontramos un arma dentro de la casa. En este momento estamos pensando que el niño de 3 años o tuvo la arma o alguien más estaba manejando la arma cuando se disparó. No sabemos exactamente los detalles, eso va a ser parte de nuestra investigación.
Ya que el hospital llamó para dar esta noticia, ¿se tiene una idea de las heridas que tuvo todavía?
Era un poco difícil porque no se miraba muy claro exactamente cómo fue la herida, entonces los médicos ahí solamente realmente están tratando de salvar la vida. Ya después con una autopsia es cuando podemos ver con más detalles. Entonces yo no estoy en el hospital, entonces no me gusta decir mucho de herida porque puede estar equivocado. Solamente sabemos que parece ser que murió de un disparo, por lo menos un disparo que recibió aquí en la casa.
¿Tienen sospechosos?
Todos son sospechosos, interés la familia, obviamente pasó dentro de la familia, no hay más personas que estamos en búsqueda de nadie más. Entonces, todo depende de qué es lo que encontramos y se determina si hay cargos o no. At this point, everybody's under investigation at this point, so no charges are immediate at this point. We do review these cases very closely with the district attorney's office, depending on the circumstances of the incident. Part of it is to kind of be the fact finders right now and not necessarily draw our own conclusions, but see what the evidence leads us to, as well as the statements received. We do have children as young as infants that are being held to teenagers, so just trying to see where everybody was inside the house. It was very chaotic when the first units arrived.
Sheriff, you have a total number of people who were in the house, and also do you know the relationship between the 3-year-old victim and the 2 adults?
I believe the mother's here. The mother is one of the adults. I believe the father was also present, so we believe at minimum they were the 2 parents. Our understanding is that they did live in the residence, possibly at the rear residence. There's like a minor, it looks like a small shed or something where they were staying. And then the other children, we estimate at least 4 to 5 children, and the 2 adults. So between 4 to 6 people, 2 adults, and the others were, again, children ranging from small infants all the way to teenagers.
Sheriff, you describe a chaotic scene inside that home, understandably so considering the circumstances, but can you tell us what those 2 adults, possibly the parents of this young boy, are telling you guys right now?
That's part of what our investigators are doing. Part of it was just to make sure that they interviewed them individually as well now with the latest information that we have that the child has been pronounced deceased. So just trying to separate everybody. We have kids involved, so we have to be sensitive to the ages of the children. It was just chaotic, a lot of things happening. They were trying to, some were inside the house, some were outside, and just trying to assist when our sergeant arrived and started trying to just take control, we appeared. I appreciate Cy-Fair EMS as well that arrived and tried life-saving measures. Unfortunately, it wasn't gonna work this time, but it's always very chaotic. It's a little bit fragmented right now with the way the information is kind of being cobbled, but our investigators will figure it out and kind of determine what happened.
You say it was a handgun.
That's what we found inside the house.
Sheriff, it's heartbreaking every time this happens. It's something that's even affected your own department. Your message to remind parents tonight that this could be them if they don't lock their guns up.
Absolutely. We had a press conference earlier this year just mentioning sometimes celebratory gunfire, safe storage of weapons. This week in Commissioner's Court, they passed several gun violence reduction measures. One was just a recommendation to use gun locks, safe locks that are being distributed as well. We have to be responsible, regardless of how the circumstances, what occurred. There's no excuse for a child to gain access to a weapon. And so if that's the case, then that shouldn't have happened. That's against the law. You can be prosecuted for that. Or if somebody else is handling the weapon, again, there's other people inside the house, including children. And so, it could be a very deadly situation. Again, it's the second leading cause of death in America when firearms are involved and serious injury or death to children.
And I know it's early in your investigation, but at this point, is there any reason to believe that this was intentional?
I've done this enough to never rule that out, that it could have been. It's just a matter of, you have different people in there, and we're just going to have to get to the bottom of it, piece together evidence and then statements that we receive. So I'm not going to assume here and just say it was totally accidental, and that's why we're leaving that possibility that it could have been a number of scenarios. One of the adults handling the weapon, it could have been one of the siblings or other children inside the house, or it could have simply been the child gaining access to it. So again, it was pretty helter-skelter at first with so many people in the home at the time, and then trying to secure the scene and multiple people and life-saving measures for everything. So we'll have to just determine, if it could have been an intentional act or accidental. So,
judging by your tone and by your answers, it certainly seems like no one in this house has come up to you or come up to your investigator and said, this is what happened.
We don't have a clear, and so again, that could just be because people were inside the different home, or it could be that folks are scared. So, that's why we have the pros out here kind of interviewing folks, and hopefully it's in everybody's best interest just to be truthful and present the facts. And sometimes maybe there's a defense to it, or there's circumstances to explain what happened, but we'll get to the bottom of it one way or another.
Perdón, ¿qué tipo de arma es y a quién le pertenece hasta este momento?
No sabemos, eso es parte de la investigación, es un arma, una handgun, it's a handgun, una pistola pequeña, entonces no sabemos quién le pertenece, eso va a ser parte ya de la investigación, viendo quiénes son los dueños.
¿Están cooperando?
Sí, están cooperando, no podemos llegar todavía exactamente qué pasó, nadie ha venido directamente a decir, bueno, yo sé exactamente lo que pasó, no hemos llegado a ese punto, pero ahora va a ser parte de la investigación, pero quería dar el anuncio de que había fallecido el niño.